Welcome to this very special graduation celebration event. I'm Una MacLeod and I'm the Dean of the Hull York Medical School. I'd like to extend a very warm welcome to our new graduates, their friends and family, and also to members of the school staff who may be watching. This event is testament to the extraordinary times we are living through, but we want to take this opportunity to congratulate you for your exceptional hard work and to recognise the contribution that you'll be making to the healthcare of this region and beyond. This is one of a number of opportunities to celebrate the achievement of all our students this year, including a physical ceremony. We hope, all being well, to have a celebration in York once in person once social distancing rules permit. But we didn't want this moment to pass without taking some time to pause with you, your families and friends to celebrate your achievement. 2 weeks ago, we moved very quickly to the formal graduation moment when Professor Jeffrey conferred you your degree. We did that quickly so you could apply to the GMC for provisional registration as soon as possible after our joint Senate had approved your degrees. But since then, we've had some time to collect together some messages from our Vice-Chancellors, some of the Chief Executives of our trusts, and we'll play these shortly. After that, Professor Martin Vasey, the Programme Director, will speak to us, and his talk will be followed by one of the great traditions of graduation ceremonies in Hull and York, which is one of the graduating group talking on behalf of the class. And Dr. Jacob Mercer-Holland will do that, and then he will lead you in the Hippocratic oath. I'll then share a few thoughts with you before we close with some video clips of good wishes from your teachers, school staff and partners. So first of all, some recorded messages from our VCs, Professor Lee and Professor Jeffrey, and the Chief Executives of Hull and York Trust, Chris Long and Simon Morritt.
As the Vice-Chancellor of the University of Hull, I'm really so sorry that we can't all be together on this important day, or that I could join you live, albeit virtually. However, I did want to send you a message of sincere congratulations and heartfelt thanks today. Today you celebrate a major and significant personal achievement after years of hard work and dedication. Your achievement at any time would be substantial, but moving into your medical career at such an important time in our history is momentous. I hope that you feel immensely proud of yourselves. I know that the university community talks with pride about you, especially those of you entering the workforce early. In short, you should have no doubt that we are deeply appreciative of your contribution to society. For me, universities are about making a difference, about transforming lives, and about positively impacting society. You symbolise all of this, never more important than at this time in our history. These are difficult times, and your role is pivotal, but you are well prepared for what lies ahead, as well as being caring and compassionate individuals. So I'd like to thank you most sincerely for all that you do and all that you will do in the future. Congratulations again, and may I wish you the very best for your careers.
So these are extraordinary times, and I commend you for sacrificing the usual pomp and circumstance of a normal graduation ceremony so you can use your skills to help people and fulfill your vocation. That's what makes Hull York Medical School graduate, a mix of excellence, compassion, and dedication to your discipline, the foundations of your professionalism. I commend you all for taking this significant step into your professional career at an unprecedented moment in the history of the NHS. It is an inspiration to us all. We have 107 of you here today ready to join the front line as a junior doctor. We have 192 people or 192 cameras on this call, so I'm glad you've been able to invite friends, family and supporters along as well. what you'll be doing is going to give a huge boost to the NHS. And I applaud each and every one of you, and on behalf of us all, want to say thank you. This is not just a formality, it's genuinely my privilege and honour to confer the award of MBBS on you all. But I think we can say we are part of a global community that's coming together to protect its most vulnerable members and to save the lives that we can. And you're about to join the forefront of that fight in the most direct way possible. Those of you here today are far from absent. We may be physically distanced from each other, but we're doing that precisely as an act of presence in this online mode. We are in congregation. So this is the magical part. I confer the degree of Bachelor of Medicine, Bachelor of Surgery upon all those candidates recommended for that honour by the whole York Medical School. It only remains for me to say congratulations, take care of yourselves, and I hope to celebrate in a more orthodox way with you when the current crisis is over.
Good afternoon, doctors. My name's Chris Long. I'm Chief Executive at the Hull University Teaching Hospitals NHS Trust. The first thing I'd like to do is congratulate you on graduating. Really well done. I'm sure it's felt like a long time, but you've got there. I think the second thing that I'd like to say is that you have chosen to enter a very privileged and very honourable profession. Serving patients is probably the greatest thing that you can do. And the fact that you've chosen to do that with everything that's going to be involved is absolutely marvellous. Now, I know that some of you will be coming to Hull, and I look forward to welcoming you, even though it might be in a virtual way as a result of this wretched virus that's doing us at the moment. And I also know that some of you are interim foundation doctors, so you've left a year early to come and help us in the battle against this virus. I particularly welcome you, and I thank you for your efforts and your willingness to do that. So I look forward to meeting you, but all I really want to say is good luck in your chosen profession. It's a marvellous career, you'll get a lot of stories out of it, and I look forward to seeing as many of you as I can. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Simon Morritt, Chief Executive of York Teaching Hospital NHS Foundation Trust. I'm delighted to join you today to acknowledge the great work that you have done and to offer my congratulations to you as you continue your journey to become exceptional doctors. Junior doctors are some of the unsung heroes of healthcare, and you join the medical profession at a time when it has never needed its doctors more than it does today. As a doctor, people will trust you, confide in you and appreciate your efforts, and you will get the opportunity to do amazing things for many people. While the journey may seem long and hard at the beginning, with perseverance and dedication, the rewards will last a lifetime. I'm personally and professionally proud of our strong partnership with Hull York Medical School, which has a strong reputation for its work and pursuit of excellence. Their combined strengths in scientific research and patient-centred care ensures that students graduate with the skills needed to thrive in a rapidly changing world. Our role in that partnership means we're able to provide excellent education and training for you, our future doctors. As such, I know that you are well prepared, and I'm confident that you're all graduating with the skills, knowledge and commitment required to make a lasting positive impact on healthcare in our region and beyond. I extend to all the class of 2020 my very best wishes on behalf of our education and clinical supervisors, clinical teams and support staff across the Trust, and I look forward to warmly welcoming many of you in our hospitals. Congratulations to you all.
Hi everyone. I'm not sure you can see me. I hope you can. It's my privilege today as the MBBS Programme Director to say a few words to you. And let me start by saying well done, everyone, especially all the graduates, but also the family and friends who supported you through this course. I think it's a moment just to tap yourself on the back and to give yourself a clap, which you'll hear, but I won't. The program you've just completed, the MBBS program that you've just completed, sits at the core of Hull York Medical School's vision: to produce excellent doctors equipped with the knowledge and skills needed to respond to the challenges within healthcare and to transform patient care. And that seems very applicable with healthcare the way it is at the moment. And as we celebrate these achievements and you move out into the world that is COVID-19. We've worked hard here at the school to create an environment where students are emboldened to challenge us as academics, and we often hear that from you, to think and then to learn independently, and while all the time developing those skills to become brilliant doctors. I hope you've enjoyed it and you feel prepared for what is to come. We're all proud to have been with you on your journeys through those ups and downs that all of you will have had. We've seen you grow and develop individually into the clinicians that you are today, ready to step out into the workforce and look after people and patients. Although, as many have said, you joined the health service at a really challenging time globally. A global pandemic is something none of us have seen before. And I'm sure that as exceptional doctors like you, who are going to join clinicians like me as we beat this into the ground. Make sure you look after yourselves. It's really important. Remember, there's always someone you can ask a question of. Build good networks of support around you, and never forget to take time out. As I hope you've still got in your wallet somewhere a little red rose. Don't forget to take time to smell the roses from time to time. I'm going to leave you with a few words from Winston Churchill that have been used quite a lot during the COVID-19 pandemic. He said, "Now this is not the end. It's not even the beginning of the end, but it is perhaps the end of the beginning." Well, for you all, it's definitely the end of a beginning. You having completed the beginning of your training, you continue today on your sort of lifelong journey that is a medical career. And we all at Hull York Medical School wish you all the best. Keep in touch, do us proud, and have fun. That's probably one of the most important things in medicine. Keep enjoying it day after day as you go through it. If you're not enjoying it, ask why. Come and speak to one of us, speak to someone you know and love, and just find out. You should enjoy every day of your working lives, as most of us will give testimony to. So I'd now like to introduce, probably for the first time with that name, Dr. Jacob Mercer-Holland, the student orator, who'll say a few words and then lead the reading of the World Medical Association Declaration of Geneva. Over to you, Jacob.
Thank you very much for that handover, and I have to say, yes, it is quite strange still to be addressed as doctor. That'll take a while to get used to, I think. So as introduced, my name's Jacob, and I'm going to be reading out the World Medical Association Declaration of Geneva today. But before we get to that, I've been invited to say a few words about my time at the Hull York Medical School. I'd like to start by saying, as everyone else has today, hello and thank you to everyone who is joining us today. Although we're not able to celebrate together in person, I take it as a mark of our community's resilience that we're still all here despite the lockdown and making the most of the options available to us. This sense of community resilience comes as no surprise to me, as when I look back on my time at the Hull York Medical School, it's the feeling of community that stands out. It's one of the things that made it my first choice of medical school when I applied, and something which has made my time at the school very precious. From my very first day, I felt welcomed into the community by everyone I've met, and I've been made to feel at home. I'm sure you will all remember, as well as I do, the feeling of trepidation and excitement before attending your first ever problem-based learning session, and the sense of eagerness and intrigue to learn more about medicine. However, looking back, it's not the material that I remember most, but the people. I remember how welcoming and supportive my first and second year PBL tutors, Dr. Bill Laffey and Dr. Marie Cohen, were, and the perspectives, experiences and insights that each of my colleagues brought to the groups. I remember my first ever anatomy lecture delivered by Professor Bezera, which sparked in me an interest that would 3 years later lead me to pursue a master's degree in clinical anatomy and education. And I remember the many people, from academics and doctors to the brilliant SLO and student support teams, who have inspired me and kept me going along the way. As we have progressed through the medical school, I'm sure that each one of us will have our own list of people who have motivated us and inspired us. Each of us will have our own story of our time here, our own friendship groups, our own memories, but all united by our shared experiences as part of the Hull York Medical School community. And at a time like this of global crisis, I think it really becomes apparent how much communities matter. All across the world, people are scared, families are being separated, and it is to us as healthcare professionals that they look for help. It is easy to forget how frightening and overwhelming an environment such as a healthcare setting can be when you're not used to them. And as newly graduated doctors, we will remember this better than any. One experience in particular that stands out for me was during my first day in hospital as a third-year medical student, when I was on the acute medical unit and asked to bleep someone. I didn't know at this point in time what a bleep was or how to do it, and I felt completely overwhelmed by the hectic environment with strange noises, bleeps and smells that was completely unnatural to me. A few days later, when I returned to the very same ward, I was surprised by what a different experience I had. And I have to say that was almost entirely due to the friendliness and kindness shown to me by one nurse who noticed my hesitancy and made me feel welcome. So when moving on to wherever you're going next, think back to those people who helped you at your most challenging times, the people who helped you when you were feeling lost or overwhelmed. Because wherever we move, we will be doctors. People will look to us for support and guidance, and it will be up to us to help to foster the same sense of community that we found here. And with that, I'd like to say thank you to you all for bearing with me during this speech. I would also like to end by saying a personal thank you to my own parents and wider family for supporting me both personally and financially during my time at university, as none of my achievements would have been possible without their help and support. I would also like to say a massive thank you to everyone at the Hull York Medical School who's helped to make my time there so memorable. Okay. So I'm now going to move on to read out the Declaration of Geneva, and I invite all graduates watching today to join me. And please repeat each statement I say after me. As a member of the medical profession, I solemnly pledge to dedicate my life to the service of humanity. The health and well-being of my patient will be my first consideration. I will respect the autonomy and dignity of my patient. I will maintain the utmost respect for human life. I will not permit considerations of age, disease, disability, creed, ethnic origin, gender, nationality, political affiliation, race, sexual orientation, social standing, or any other factor to intervene between my duty and my patient. I will respect the secrets that are confided in me, even after the patient has died. I will practice my profession with conscience and dignity and in accordance with good medical practice. I will foster the honour and noble traditions of the medical profession. I will give to my teachers, colleagues and students the respect and gratitude that is their due. I will share my medical knowledge for the benefit of the patient and the advancement of healthcare. I will attend to my own health, well-being and abilities in order to provide care of the highest standard. I will not use my medical knowledge to violate human rights and civil liberties, even under threat. I make these promises solemnly, freely, and upon my honour. And with that, I'd like to say thank you very much for bearing with me. I'll now hand you back to our Dean, Professor Una MacLeod.
Thank you, Jacob. You, the class of 2020, are graduating at a historic moment. The world is in the grip of the biggest pandemic in over a century, and the numbers of people, many old and vulnerable people, who will lose their lives to this coronavirus is still unknown, but may surpass many of the wars, natural disasters and epidemics of previous generations. And when this pandemic passes, for it will pass, there will be many stories that will be told. And you, the medicine class of 2020, will have your place in these stories. And central to those narratives will be the COVID-19 pandemic, will be the response of health and social care workers around the world. And as the weeks pass, it's perhaps easier to predict the narratives that will dominate when the tale of these months of 2020 is recorded. And even thinking just about the response from health and social care workers, undoubtedly future generations will hear tell of the trauma and heartache of people dying alone away from loved ones. They will hear about the mobilisation of health systems around the world and the NHS in every part of this country to prepare for seriously ill patients and to protect health workers from the disease. They will hear about those who lost their lives while caring for those who were sick. They will hear about the fight by scientists in the UK and around the world for a vaccine. They will hear how social distancing, a term we hadn't heard of a few months ago, became our new normal and part of an epidemiological response. They will hear how the public learned the language of epidemiologists, about our values, about flattening curves and so on. They will hear how we all learned a lot about PPE. They will hear how, as we became less connected physically, we became more connected electronically and virtually. And they'll hear how in the UK, we went outside our houses at 8 p.m. on Thursdays to applaud key workers. And all of these and other stories will be told, I'm sure, but I'd like to suggest that the dominant story will be of kindness, the kindness of strangers, the kindness expressed by individuals, perhaps almost hidden behind PPE, the kindness of those facilitating a last video call, the kindness of doctors and nurses looking after sick, frightened patients like they would want members of their family looked after. The phrase the kindness of strangers has been used in literature, music, film, TV, and is the title of several autobiographies, so it's clearly a phrase that has resonance, but why is it relevant today? I've been a doctor since the late 80s and a GP since the mid-90s, and I've met many people in distress, many people at the most difficult times of their lives, and the privilege of medicine is the access we get to people at such times. And sometimes these have been people who I knew well, who'd been my patients for years, but more often than not, they were people I met for that episode of illness, for that crisis in their life or in the life of someone they loved. And to them, up until that moment, I was a stranger. And what did they need from me? Many of them needed my medical knowledge and skills. Many of them needed my ability to communicate with them and their families. But all of them also needed kindness, the kindness of a stranger. And let me suggest to you, as you start your careers as doctors in these very unusual times, that what separates the doctors who are worth remembering from competent doctors is their ability to show kindness to strangers. Choose to be one of those doctors worth remembering. You as doctors will be shaped by this pandemic. I was shaped by my first jobs as a doctor, and so will you be. And you will make changes as to the kind of doctor you want to be. You will tell your students about being part of the class of 2020 and the impact it had on you. And as you leave medical school, you're facing a huge challenge. Grasp that challenge. Live up to the ideals of the NHS that you learned here. I think you're all well set up to do this because it's in the spirit of the ethos of the Hull York Medical School. Our graduates are different. You're excellent communicators, critical thinkers, excellent problem solvers. You're different because you have all seen firsthand what a difference good quality healthcare can make in a deprived and often neglected part of the country. I sincerely hope that, having studied medicine in an area with significant social deprivation, that many of you will choose career paths taking you to similar areas where you can especially make a difference to people's lives. So those of you who are choosing to stay in this region after graduation, thank you. You are very much needed. And to those of you who are leaving, it'd be wonderful to stay in touch with you and to continue to support you in any way we can. And as others have done, you may come back someday. This region needs talented, smart, empathetic and committed doctors and academics to face and find solutions to the challenges that lie ahead. And so as you leave medical school equipped to deal with this pandemic, take the time to be kind. Be kind to your patients. You will be there at the most anxious moments of their lives. They will remember whether you were kind as much as whether they remember whether you got the diagnosis right. But of course, we're sure you will get the diagnosis right as well. Be kind to each other. You'll be under a lot of pressure. Be the colleague that others remember as kind, willing to offer a hand when you see others struggling. And be kind to yourself. None of us get it right all of the time. Take time off, spend time with your family and friends, take time to think and to enjoy this world once you can. And in conclusion, we should judge a society not on its economic growth or wealth, but in two other things. Firstly, the way in which we care for the most vulnerable and needy in our society. And secondly, the extent to which people contribute to each other without the expectation of a monetary return. People's altruism or kindness, the extent to which they help each other, is part of the social glue that holds societies together. It's a sign of how civilized we are. And if good emerges from this pandemic, it will be our society evaluating what really matters. It's not wealth or possessions, it's humanity that binds us together, perhaps exemplified by the kindness of strangers. Be that sort of doctor. I wish you well in your careers, and especially over the next few months. Stay well, stay safe, and be kind. And I look forward to seeing you in York as soon as that can be arranged. Now we're going to play some concluding messages from your teachers, medical school staff, and our partners.
Hi, I wanted to congratulate you all on your huge achievement graduating from medical school. Your friends, family, and all the staff here are rightly very proud of you and what you have achieved. Becoming a doctor is a privilege, as well as being one of the most satisfying things that you can do with your life. I well remember the excitement and nervousness I felt on leaving medical school and starting work as a junior doctor, and you're all doing this at an absolutely unique time in history. Always remember that there is lots of support out there for you, and using that support and supporting your friends and colleagues will help you all flourish as you transition and join this fantastic profession of ours. Many congratulations.
Congratulations to you all on your graduation. It doesn't seem long since you were starting, especially for those of you who were in my PBL and skills groups. I really would have loved to have seen you all graduate in person, but I wish you the very, very best as you start your careers. Well done.
Hi there, my name is Kevin Anderson and I am the Director of Primary Care Education. I just want to say congratulations to each and every one of you on this amazing achievement. I'm sure the last 5 or 6 years have dragged at times and flown by at other times, but overall I hope you've had a great time and you're about to embark on one of the greatest professions that there is, and I hope you take advantage of all the opportunities that will be on offer. Take the knocks, move on with them, try your best, and I'm sure you're going to have an absolute great time. Challenging at times, no question, especially at the moment, but very rewarding, very worthwhile, and you deserve it, so enjoy.
Congratulations everybody. I think I met a lot of you about 6 years ago when you came for your admissions interview. Since then you've been through a really arduous, challenging medical course and you've got to this point, so fantastic. Many congratulations, well done, and what a year you have chosen to graduate. You will go down in history graduating in this way, and my goodness, when you get into the workplace you are going to be appreciated as never before. So fantastic achievement, well done, enjoy your moment.
I remember when I graduated from medical school 25 years ago, a family friend, Peggy, telling me about her graduation from medical school in 1939. And as war broke out, she was graduated early and she didn't ever do a ENT. Like her, you will forever associate graduation with coronavirus and that your graduation was different from people normally. But please don't let this detract from your huge achievement. We know that HIMSS medical students fit seamlessly into NHS teams due to their communication skills and their fantastic ability to work in teams. Good luck and huge congratulations on your graduation.
So first and foremost, a very big well done on qualifying at this very challenging and unimagined time for you. The world and medicine will be different moving forward now, but don't be daunted by that. That will create many positive opportunities and you have the skills to be at the helm of those changes. So stay well, good luck in your future careers, and again, very well done.
Congratulations everybody, very, very proud of you in these really unusual times. As you can see, I'm sat in my kitchen saying congratulations for you, and I wish I could be there for real to congratulate you in person, but we will do that and we will celebrate. I just wanted to say how proud I am of you and the journey you've undertaken to get this far, particularly in these unusual times. Hitting the ground running is by no means an understatement, and I'm sure you'll be fantastic doctors. This will be a story for you to tell for many, many years to come. So well done, you will be amazing, you will rock it. Stay safe, stay happy, and make the NHS proud like I know you will.
Huge congratulations to all our graduating MBBS students. I wish you all every success for the future, and I know that you will make HIMSS very proud. Good luck, stay safe.
Hi everyone, on behalf of the whole of the Scarborough SLO and Clinical Skills team, we just wanted to say huge congratulations on your graduation, and we are wishing you lots of love and luck for all the adventures that you have in your career going forward. So well done everybody.
Hello, congratulations. I'm Catherine, the undergrad manager for the South Bank, Northern Lincolnshire and Gaul Hospitals. So on behalf of myself and the team and Northern Lincolnshire and Gaul, very, very many congratulations. It's been 5 years, very hard work. It's a very unique ending, and I'm so pleased to see you all here at this very different graduation. I'm sure you're delighted, and I'm sure your parents are very delighted as well. It's always an honour to host placements and meet so many of you and help you on your way to your new careers. I hope to see you in the future as F1s or beyond, or somewhere in the NHS. Again, well done. So pleased for you all.
Hi there, I'm Paul Gibson, the Student Liaison Manager at York Hospital. Really super proud of you today as you graduate from the medical school and join the NHS workforce at this really tough time. I wish you all the best, and please keep in touch with us all.
Congratulations on finishing what's been a very difficult year. We wish you the best for the future.
So congratulations on getting your MBBS. That's a fantastic achievement. I'm really sorry that you've not got the graduation ceremony this year, at least not yet. But I thought as we're trying to do things virtually, I'd get in on the business. So here we go. Whoa, you're the Chancellor. Look, say your name. For once, gets pronounced right. Walk across. Don't trip up. What are you doing in those heels? Oh. Got it. Well done.
I feel very privileged that I have the opportunity to see the students develop and become the professionals that they are today. I just want to wish everyone good luck and congratulations on your achievements.
Hi all, congratulations on completing your MBBS programmes. Wishing you all the very best for your future careers. Take care and keep in touch.
Wow, this is it, graduation. I want to let you know what a privilege it's been getting to know you all over the last few years. You're talented, kind and inspirational people. And I want to wish you the very, very best for the bright futures that I know lie ahead of you. Have a brilliant day today. Go and celebrate. You've earned it.
Congratulations, class of 2020. I bet it doesn't seem like 5 minutes, let alone 5 years, since you walked through the doors as fresh-faced first years. Wishing you all the best for your graduation and for your future careers. You'll always be a HIMSS graduate. Well done.